She shaved half her head, posted it on social media, said, "My intrusive thoughts won." 996 million people watched. But that's not what intrusive thoughts are. And people with actual OCD are furious. Because while social media is turning intrusive thoughts into a cute personality quirk, millions of people are suffering in silence with the real thing. Thoughts so disturbing they can't tell anyone. Thoughts that make them question if they're a monster. I'm about to show you what real intrusive thoughts actually are, why social media got it catastrophically wrong, and why this trend is making life harder for people who genuinely need help. Here's how the trend works. Someone does something spontaneous, dyes their hair pink, smashes eggs on the floor, eats cake icing straight from the bag. Then they caption it, "Letting my intrusive thoughts win." The hashtag has 996.9 million views, and almost every single one is wrong, because what they're describing isn't intrusive, it's impulsive, and the difference matters more than you think. Here's what actual intrusive thoughts look like. A mother holding her newborn baby suddenly imagines dropping the child. She's horrified. She loves her baby. But the thought keeps coming back. Every time she picks the baby up, the image returns. A man driving across a bridge suddenly gets the urge to swerve into oncoming traffic. He doesn't want to die. He has no reason to. But his brain screams at him to do it anyway. Someone praying in church suddenly imagines sexually explicit acts involving religious figures. They're disgusted with themselves. They can't understand why their brain is doing this. None of these are fun. None of these are quirky. None of these are things you post on social media for clout. The Mayo Clinic defines intrusive thoughts as recurrent, persistent thoughts, or images that are unwanted and cause marked anxiety or distress. They're called intrusive because they intrude against your will. You don't want them. You actively try to push them away, but they keep coming back. Psychologist Stanley Rachman found that 94% of people experience intrusive thoughts at some point. For most people, they're fleeting. You think something strange, dismiss it, and move on. But for people with OCD, those thoughts don't leave. They loop, they escalate, they consume hours of the day. And here's the part social media completely misses. Real intrusive thoughts are ego-dystonic. That means they go against everything you believe about yourself. A loving mother has thoughts about harming her child. A moral person has urges to steal. A heterosexual person has graphic sexual thoughts about people they're not attracted to. The thoughts are so against who you are that they terrify you. So what is social media actually describing? Impulsive thoughts. Impulses are spontaneous. They're harmless. You see cake icing and think, "I should eat that straight from the bag." So you do it. You laugh. You post it. That's not distressing. That's not against your values. That's just being spontaneous. Intrusive thoughts cause anxiety. Impulsive thoughts lead to action. Intrusive thoughts make you feel like a bad person. Impulsive thoughts make you feel free. Intrusive thoughts require therapy. Impulsive thoughts require nothing. A mental health nonprofit explained it perfectly. Everyone assumes intrusive thoughts are hidden desires. They're not. When people with OCD have thoughts about harming others, outsiders start believing they're dangerous. That's the damage this trend causes. It teaches millions of people that intrusive thoughts are secret urges you want to act on. They're not. Here's what happens when someone with real OCD sees this trend on social media. They've been suffering for months, maybe years, too afraid to tell anyone about their thoughts because they're scared of what it means. Then they see someone laughing about intrusive thoughts while doing something harmless, and they think,